now we're recording again. So, let's go in. See if they changed their minds yet.
Can I help you?
Yeah, hopefully. Here. You can go ahead
I've
and...
seen a copy of the order. Well, I have an opportunity to look at it and decide what we're going to do.
What do you mean decide what you're going to do? Where do you get the decision-making authority?
We have options to look at after that's been decided.
Right. Well, what are you doing right now? Right now there's a valid court order, right?
I know, and we're not giving them to you until we decide what we're going to do. So,
How does that work?
Mr. Throgmorton, you need to leave.
Prove it.
You need to leave. This is not how this works.
This is a public area, and I have a court order for paperwork.
This is not a public area.
It's not?
I understand you have a court order, and
Do
we have an
taxes pay
opportunity.
for it? I'll find out. I'll file a public records request to figure out who owns it.
It's a governmental building. That doesn't mean you
Yeah,
get
which
to
means
just go wherever
rules
you
apply.
want.
Which means
You need
rules
to
apply.
leave.
Okay, make me. Call the police.
please call the
I got a
police.
court order. So
I understand you have a court order.
I'm here on official business, so you
need
can
to
do what
leave.
you want.
Sir,
I wish the police would try to arrest me for something.
we're not trying to arrest you.
I'm gonna
We're
ruin
trying to
your
work
career.
with you, but you can't just show up and
I didn't
demand
just
things
show up.
like-
I waited 51 days for a court order. I went through the entire correct process.
I understand.
I don't
you
want to
went through the
interact with
process,
you
and
anymore
we have
because
a
I have a
process.
social cue disorder, and I'm to the understanding
Sir,
that if
I'm
I
trying
do
to
no, let me finish, because I'm to the understanding that if I do this the correct way, that you are expected to do. You're a liar. You're a liar, and I don't want to fucking interact with you anymore because you're a liar, and I don't understand your motives for doing things. I have a court order for the paperwork.
I understand
You can do
what
whatever
the
you
order
want. There's
says.
10 more attorneys under the contract. I don't want to interact with you.
That's
I believe
not how-
you.
you're not my-
I believe
you're
you
not my client.
manipulated and tricked your clients out of $175 an hour.
That's not what I did.
Yeah.
You need to leave, sir.
Well,
All right?
you don't have the authority to make me leave. So
Sir,
get,
you're on. government. You don't
Right,
get to
I'm
just
on
go wherever
public
you want.
property.
That doesn't mean you have a right to
Well,
be
then
here.
call the police, file charges, get them
We're
to get
not
the prosecutor
filing charges.
involved.
We just want you to
and I'll
leave.
represent myself in court. I know you want me to leave,
No,
so give me the
I don't
paperwork
want you
that I'm
arrested.
entitled to.
I don't have a personal
I have a court
vendetta
order for
against you.
people. I don't want to interact with him either. He's part of the complaint process. I request to talk to your supervisor, Mr. Bowman.
Okay. Well,
I have nothing else to say to you other than I request to talk to your supervisor.
There is a supervisor on the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I've tried to he has a court order. We have an opportunity to decide what we want to do in response to it. There's a process for it. He came up here today. I've asked him to leave at this point. We're trying to have a respectful conversation with him. I don't have any personal animosity towards Mr. Throgmorton. I just need, he's here and demanding things, and he doesn't have a right to continue to do that. So just want him to leave at this point.
Okay.
And again, I have no personal issue with him, but he continues to come up here and demand things when that's not how the process works. So if you could just, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for you to go, okay?
What time is it?
10:55.
You've been up here.
I didn't know I had anywhere to be at 10:55, so I
Okay.
believe you're
Well,
mistaken.
there's a supervisor on the way.
All right,
They've
I
asked
don't
you
have anything to
leave.
talk to you about, Mr.
They
Bowman.
don't have you. You
We
don't
don't
have
like-
any
look,
business with
right.
this office.
I have business with this
Okay,
office. I'm
but
sorry you don't. So why are
nothing
you
that-
here? Why are
Mr.
you?
Otis-
Why is nobody telling you to leave?
Mr. Otis,
I don't want to be harassed right now. So unless you have some sort of
Okay,
business with
I'm
me,
sure that they
my
don't wanna be
conversation
harassed
with you
either.
is over. Nobody's harassing them. I got a court order. You got a court order?
A court order for what?
Remember all those times that you patted me down?
A
I want the
court order for
reports
what?
for those.
Okay.
We don't want you arrested, we just want you to leave, Mr.
I just want the
Throgmorton.
paperwork that I went through the
I
court.
understand that there's a
All right, he's
process
going to
for
keep
this.
cutting me off. I'm not fucking talking to any of you. I want to
Here's
talk
the
to Owens.
supervisor.
I want to talk to Owens. I'm not talking to him either. He's
Okay,
in part of the
Chief
complaint.
Owens is not here today.
Okay, well then find somebody that I don't have an issue with.
Here's the supervisor.
I have an
that you
issue with him.
requested.
He
Okay,
denied
you
some
have
of
an
these
issue with
documents as well.
everyone.
Maybe you guys should train yourselves better. I'm sorry that you don't have any training to interact with normal citizens without getting yourselves into some hot water.
Okay.
We're just asking you to leave. We don't want you arrested.
Right.
We just want you to go. When we decide how we're going to respond to that court
I don't
order,
believe there's any room for you to make a decision because you're not a judge. It's funny to me that you guys want to pat me down with a letter from an attorney and you think that's valid, but all of a sudden I got a court order from a judge and everybody's just oblivious to what the fuck it means. It
I'm
means
not
that he's
oblivious.
got to give me the
Mr.
paperwork.
Throgmorton,
And you
I
guys
know.
ain't got no
Mr.
business with this
Throgmorton.
because this is a civil matter.
Mr.
This is a civil matter that the police don't need to be involved for. There's
Okay,
four of you,
I'm
he's
telling
putting on
you,
gloves. You guys
you
are
are
here to
speaking to the
intimidate
city
me.
attorney,
Right.
correct?
And I don't have no business with the Laporte
what-
Police
what
Department.
did
When
the
I
city
do,
attorney
I'll
tell
be
you?
to see your guys' office later. I'll be
What
down there
did-
later. You can interact with me then. Until then, I have no
What
business
did
with
the
any of
city
you.
attorney tell you?
I don't care what the city attorney told me.
Mr.
It doesn't
Throgmorton,
matter. That's what the
let
fuck
me-
you're
let
not
me-
getting.
then your
Is I got a court
You're not even
order.
letting me
Then you
talk.
need to go.
No, I don't. I have a court
then
order
you
for
need to go
paperwork.
Speak to the judge.
No, I don't. I already spoke to the judge. He tried to speak to the judge. The judge didn't like what he was saying. Have you read this? It's kind of embarrassing.
Mr. Throgmorton,
You embarrassed yourself. You should be ashamed. Your wife's loving the chicken wings. Now it's a personal thing.
now you need to.
I just installed B. Jones's boat.
Now
I don't need to leave
you've
shit.
been
Get away
asked to
from me.
leave. Okay.
Why
You
are
have
you
been
in my
asked
personal space?
to leave.
Are you in my personal space?
You have been
I
asked
will-
to leave, Mr. Throgmorton.
Would like you to remove
Either
yourself
leave
from my
now-
personal space. This is way too close. You're making me uncomfortable. There's no reason for it.
You've been asked.
I will
to leave.
defend myself under Indiana law. Do
Okay.
you understand that?
That's fine.
If I perceive a threat, you come any closer, you're threatening my life.
Okay.
Just so you know. You've
Okay.
been warned.
Okay.
You guys can back the fuck away from me.
You need to get up and leave.
You need some sort of legal
You
precedent
need
to
get
show.
up and leave now.
Prove it. Arrest me falsely for trespassing again, so I can beat it in court and embarrass you. You guys are getting another lawsuit. Watch. I don't care, Mr. Benham.
I don't either.
I have filed
Okay.
a complaint against you. I'm not interacting with you. I'm not interacting with him. Not interacting
Okay.
with none of you guys that are in issue
need
with
to leave.
any of. What I'm asking
you
for
need
is
to leave
paperwork
right
that
now.
proves you guys
Okay.
did stuff.
You need to leave right now.
Prove it. Under what law? Why do I need to leave? Because the city attorney said so. He doesn't have any authority.
Do you
I
have
do
any-
have business.
No.
You're not
Mr.
handling my
Throgmorton, let me
business. That's
explain
not
to
my
you. There's
problem.
a-
You don't know what your
there-
job is or what the law
I'm trying to
is.
have a conversation with you
This makes it much more difficult.
because you're refusing
No,
to
I
leave.
put plenty of stuff on the record. You guys do this intentionally to disorganize me. So it's whatever. You're not going to get anywhere surrounding me by the
Will you
police,
let me
and you
talk?
know this. I've given you
Would you let
medical
Mr. Otis-
information.
Would you let Mr. Otis talk?
Sure, as
There
soon as
are-
you guys stop surrounding me.
We're not surrounding you.
If I stand
You
up,
are
it'll be
free
to
to leave.
defend myself.
You are free to
Do you
leave.
understand that?
You are
At your
free to leave.
age, do you know what I'll do to you?
Mr. Throgmorton.
You know what I'll do to you?
I'm not threatening anybody. You guys are threatening me. I'm telling you I know my shit. Arrest me for threatening then. I'm telling you I'll defend myself. This is threatening. This is harassment.
Chris,
You're
will you let me talk,
it's
please?
multiple armed men surrounding me. How is it not a threat? I bet I get a
Okay.
judge and a jury to say
Chris,
it's a threat.
Chris,
Go ahead.
nobody wants you arrested, all right? There is a process.
Nobody.
The city has,
Yeah, I
as
went
a-
through the process.
I understand. I'm trying to. You let me talk. I gave you your opportunity to talk. There are options the city has as a party to this case after
What?
a decision is made.
What options?
There's motion to correct error. There's appealable issues potentially, and we're going to decide what to do with those.
Okay, check
and
it
I
out.
will be in touch with you.
I'll be in touch
I'm
with
trying
you
to have
too.
a respectful conversation. You've made it very personal. I'm not.
You've
attacking you.
disrespected the way that the process for justice and
I
accountability.
have not disrespected the way there is a process
There
for
is a
this. You
process.
filed.
I went through the fucking process,
I
and now
agree
you're
with you, but
denying
it's
it.
not done yet. I'm not denying it.
So you're telling me that what? As of right now, this is legit, right?
They have the
whatever.
right to appeal.
Okay, whatever they have, then appeal it. As of right now, you haven't appealed it, which
It
means
doesn't
this is
mean-
a valid court order.
Right, and we have an opportunity under the trial rules to decide what we want to do with that. And if maybe we ultimately
Okay.
decide we're going to produce those
My
records
next
to you.
appearance is $10 million.
Oh, what, Mr. Throgmorton, let me have a conversation.
I'm telling you my terms.
Okay, well, you're not going to get anywhere with that kind
Watch
of crazy
me.
talk, all right? I'm trying to have a respectful
I thought I
conversation.
wasn't going to get the records either, smart guy.
If we decide to produce, we may decide to produce the records, but
You're going to produce them, watch.
look, can we just have a respectful conversation? You can't just come
You
in
have
here.
no respect for the authority of the law, yet you use it to profit,
That
and you
is
have the
not-
police here.
that
I
is
went
not-
through the correct process,
Sir,
and I don't understand.
You have gone through the correct process. Nobody wants you arrested.
I think you
But
guys are trying to provoke me to violence, and that's
We
the
are
way I'm
not
going to write
trying
up
to-
my lawsuit.
I've asked
What
you
are you
to
trying
leave
to do
before
then?
these
You guys
gentlemen
know
showed up.
this agitates me.
But
You're
you've
not
also
listening.
showed up and refused to leave.
A public building that taxes pay for.
Right, that doesn't mean that any of us can just come in the building whenever we want. We can't walk into the county complex whenever we want. That's not how this works. We don't have that right. Just because the government
You
owns
could
something doesn't mean we
Take
can
that
go
cute tie, and you could go right over to the county complex right now and get yourself a copy of this court order. I'll give you the
I
15 cents.
That doesn't mean you get to go live in the Civic or live in City Hall. Or that's not what that means because it's a governmental entity.
I am amazed that you are literally, you're going to go into a courtroom and act like Rebecca McQuaig typing some shit up and handing it to me is legit, but you're going to play stupid like you don't know what a court order means now.
I don't know what that has to do with anything. You're here today. You've asked for these records.
Hey, you remember that non-personal thing? All your personal stuff that I have on you, it will be online tonight. Your VIN number, everything.
Okay.
Intimate details with your wife. I'll show people why you're getting divorced. You got the right dude. I'll make it personal.
Okay.
You guys have a nice day. All of you, I'm telling you goodbye. I'm not going anywhere. I have legitimate business. If
That
you can
doesn't mean you
prove,
get to stay here.
That doesn't mean you get to stay here.
why not?
Because
What do you guys got to
they
do to
have,
stay here?
They have a procedure.
Right, I went through the
Okay.
procedure. You
No,
can
no,
keep
no,
saying
no, no.
that. Tell me what the procedure
They
is
have,
then.
he just did.
Right, and he's wrong.
Mr. Otis just told you.
I just went through
They
the
have the right
procedure.
to appeal.
I obviously understand the procedure because the judge ruled in my favor and made fun of him.
And-
So
and
I don't really
they
care what he
get
has
the
to say.
chance to
He's
appeal.
not my counsel.
Okay. Does this
I
say
have
immediate?
business with the city of Laporte.
Does this say immediate?
It doesn't say anything. It
Okay.
says judge orders it.
Okay.
I don't know where the fuck you guys think you just
But
got a bunch of time to
the way the legal
disrespect the
system
court
works.
order.
Since he lost, he gets the chance to appeal it.
When you come and arrest me, when do I get served
We're
with
not
a
trying
warrant?
to arrest you.
It's a
Chris.
theoretical question. I'm
Okay.
talking to
We
Mr.
are
Behenna.
not- we're not
When you
discussing
come to arrest me, when do I get the warrant? After you arrest me, right?
That's up to the judge.
Right. So the judge already ordered this on May 25th. If he doesn't have a copy, that's fine. He's seen it. He knows the information. He's choosing to disregard the court order.
I'm not choosing
Okay,
to disregard
then you
the
need-
court order.
It's a civil
You
matter
need
that
to
you
do
guys
what
have
you
no
need to
involvement
do. Then
in.
you
Right.
need to
I
go
need to
file
sit
more
here
paperwork or
and
whatever
wait on
you
the
need to
paper. I don't
do.
need to file shit. I'll tell you this much.
I'm trying
But you're
to-
not getting
I'm about done. I'm about done going through the process with
You're
the
not
paperwork because it
getting
doesn't
the
get me
paperwork
anywhere.
today.
I'll show you guys what I really know how to do. I'll show you this cool shit that I know how to do.
You're not getting the paperwork today.
Watch me. Watch.
It's not going to happen.
Watch. How much time you guys got? I got the
You
day.
need to leave.
I've got until
I got the day.
4:30.
Understand this though. You put your hands on me, you're gonna have to kill me. So
Chris, we're not trying to. do
definitely
that.
gonna have to kill me.
We don't want-
I'm defending myself.
We want you to just
Yeah,
leave, Chris.
a threat on my life, and I'm
All you
defending
need to do
myself.
is get
So
up
I
and
know the law. I don't need to do shit. I need to get this paperwork. I don't need your assistance, officer.
it takes time to get the paperwork.
Right, he said 51 days.
Okay.
He managed to give it all bundled up to Alavisos.
Okay.
So now that Alavisos told him to get it to him,
Then you need to go over and see.
I don't need to go shit. I already went and seen Alavisos. He gave me this beautiful piece of paperwork, and that's it. That's all I needed
Okay.
to see Alavisos for. Is
No.
because Alavisos is a judge with a seat that gives him some authority. This is just some dude. I don't recognize any authority he has,
Okay,
and
so
he's
you're
trying
just
to
gonna
tell
sit
me.
Here, you're just going to sit here for the next 5 hours and not say a word.
Oh, I didn't say nothing
not
about
disrupt
not saying a
business.
word. I won't disrupt business at all. I'm here on business.
means-
you guys are disrupting my business. You can't fucking police what I can do and not do, dude. Arrest me then.
I'm not afraid of you,
We're
Mr.
not-
Thorpe.
You don't have to be afraid of me.
Okay.
It's not about being afraid or not. We're just,
It's not
trying
about
to
being
have a
afraid. You're right.
respectful
Absolutely right.
conversation
A
with
respectful conversation. Here's what it is I taught myself the law, and now you're screwed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Think about it.
Okay.
Now you're screwed.
You sit here, and you don't say anything.
Fucking
Your
career
right.
is over.
We can't throw you out of here.
This was the practice run. Wait till I
Until
come at
4:30.
y'all with Rico.
Chris,
Yeah,
you need to
okay,
leave.
okay, nothing. Watch. I'll walk you around another courtroom.
Chris, you need to leave.
He called me retarded.
Okay. Okay. You need to go now.
What time is it?
You need to go now.
What does now mean?
Okay.
Time
Right
isn't
now.
even
You
real,
need to get
so I
up.
don't know what now
You
means.
need to leave.
I need my paperwork.
Okay?
I have a court
You're
order.
not getting your paperwork.
Give me somebody that explains why this court order is somehow invalid other than
It's
an
not
attorney.
invalid. It's a valid court order.
Then what the fuck is your problem?
Because they
There are
have a
there are
time.
procedural.
Then go
Chris,
through
I
that
just-
procedure
I-
and you
you
can
know
get
the
them
law. You
back.
just got the
Sue
order
me
today.
for them.
You
I'm
know
not
the
trying
law.
to sue you for anything.
Well, then I'll give them back to you for free. I don't care. But as of right now, they're mine.
No, that's not.
That's what this court order says.
That's not.
When you appeal it and there's something on the docket, that shit you're talking about will mean something. Why don't you explain that to them? You could appeal it. I could do a lot of shit.
He also has to.
I could appeal
just
it.
got this
I
today,
could
Chris.
appeal it.
You're not getting the paperwork today, plain and simple.
Chris, I'm not trying to be crappy with
Okay.
you.
When
I'm
this
trying-
goes down, you use the threat of violence.
I did not use it. We're,
This is a bunch of armed men telling me to leave. I'm trying to go through the
asking you to
correct
leave
process.
in a respectful
So that shit
manner.
that you're talking about with
You are causing a
Alaviso's
disruption.
autistic kid, I'm gonna make sure we get to talking about it again. Since you want to bring it up, I'm gonna show him how you disrespect the shit. That's why he's letting me do my shit. Because he understands what's going on. That you guys disrespect the law, and I'm teaching
not
you how to really do it. It
disrespecting
is,
the
man.
law.
It's a court order that you somehow can't compute. I might
not-
appeal. I might appeal. Go for it. I don't
Chris,
care.
I just got the order this morning.
That's
an
not my
hour ago.
problem. You should have been keeping up on it. There's very serious consequences to this. You should have been paying attention.
Then you need to go file those consequences.
I will.
Okay? You're not
Chris-
getting the paperwork today.
Watch me.
Plain and simple.
Watch me.
It's not going to happen.
Okay, I'm gonna fuck. The police
So
can't
if
stop
you want to
it.
sit here until 4:30, that's fine.
That's
If you
fine. We
disrupt
can all sit here
anything
till 4:30.
that is occurring in the mayor's
Well,
office.
maybe you should sit here
now
and make
we've got
sure.
No, I'm not going to babysit you.
Then don't.
Okay.
That's what the fuck you're doing
But
now.
Mr.
Why don't you
Otis
get a
already
real
told
job,
you,
man?
You are
Why don't you
not
get a real
going
job?
to get the paperwork
And Mr.
today.
Otis doesn't have any
Okay.
authority, so I don't really care what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Do you get that? Do you get that? I don't give a
I don't
fuck what
really
he's
care
saying
either.
because I know that I'm about to ruin his whole
You are
life. I don't
causing
give a
a
fuck what he's
disruption.
saying. He's trying to save himself. He's going down with the sinking ship.
I don't care.
I don't care either. He is, you are, he is, he is, this one is. It's amazing how all of y'all are implicated in the paperwork that he's refusing to give me right now. That's going
Okay.
to be
Chris.
written out very well.
Doesn't matter to me.
I know it doesn't matter to you because you're fucking stupid.
You're not
You
getting the
should
paperwork
think
today.
about this.
You're not getting the paperwork today.
Like, I'm coming for
Plain and
college, tuition for your grandkids, all that shit. Do you know what a civil death is? You should tell them what a civil death is. When you go to prison or jail and nobody gives a fuck
you know what
about
a
you no more,
disruption is?
it means I'm going to take everything from you and nobody's going to transport you to court because you're an inmate then. Once you're an inmate,
Okay. Chris,
I take everything.
Chris, you continue threatening me.
I'm not threatening
Okay.
you. I'm
Oh, yeah.
telling you
No.
flat out how it's going to
No.
go. I'm going to send you
I
to
have
prison.
plenty of witnesses
Yeah, they're legal
that
threats.
are making these statements. Okay.
Legal.
Mr. Otis has told you that you're not
Mr.
getting
Otis
the
can tell me
paperwork
whatever
today.
he wants till he's
Okay?
blue in the face.
So, you can sit here until
This
4:30.
paperwork means,
Listen to me.
write it down. Make it mean something. Write it down and get a judge to sign it, and then it'll mean something
It
to me.
means something. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Whatever
mean
you're
anything,
telling
Chris.
the officers, you're their counsel. You're not my counsel, so I don't really trust what you're saying because I prove that
Chris,
you're a
I'm
liar.
agreeing with you. It's a legal, valid order.
Well, then go get my paperwork.
That's not how this.
Then go
works,
appeal
Chris.
it. Until
I
you
got
appeal
this.
it, what you're saying isn't actually valid. You're giving me a hypothetical if I could appeal it.
I understand.
Until you appeal it, what you're saying doesn't change this. This is now valid, like you keep saying. It's a valid piece of paperwork that you're trying to figure out a way to wiggle out of. And I'm not going to give you the time to do it.
You're not getting your paperwork today.
I don't care what you got to say. Go get my paperwork.
Chris, I'm trying to have a. You've made a lot of records requests. I'm trying to work with you here. You made a recent records request. We responded.
Maybe they should have got a better attorney.
Chris, you know, being rude doesn't.
It's
help
not
this
rude.
process.
I'm being factual. You're not a good attorney, and they
Okay.
shouldn't be paying you all this money. You
Thank
just
you.
got him a big
Thank you.
fat fucking L. I walked you through a courtroom. That's why I don't listen to what you're saying right now, is because I know
right.
I'm smarter than you.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be in here with a court order. Smart guy. There's 11 of you over there. You couldn't figure out how to
You're
stop
not
one
getting-
retard?
You're not getting the paperwork today,
Like,
Chris.
I'm a mentally challenged felon, and the entirety of Newby, Lewis, Kaminsky, and Jones couldn't figure out how to stop this court order. Why don't you get my fucking paperwork?
Chris, you need to
Go get my paperwork.
Chris, we have given you.
I need to have my disability accommodations actually honored. Because I've requested multiple times over the past 3 years to not be surrounded by police officers while I'm here trying to handle my official business. This doesn't help anything. I can't really
You
stay.
can walk out of here, Chris, right now,
Right.
and nobody's going to stop you.
No shit, because you want me to leave so I don't implicate you in crimes.
You're not getting the
We're not
paperwork.
nobody's being implicated.
Okay.
You
I
are
bet
being
you-
implicated. Nobody's being